Good evening, folks. Welcome to In the Air Tonight. And in the air tonight, we'll have an unusual blend, a little bit of Mississippi mud. Now, interesting thing about reviewing pipe tobacco is that it'll kind of force you to try some stuff that you wouldn't normally try. This is one of those blends, and it actually made me really excited to try it, whereas I probably wouldn't have if I wasn't posting a review of it. And that's because it's a bit unusual, self-admittedly unusual. In fact, it says here on the description, an unusual blend of Perique, Latakia, and unsweetened black Cavendish. A truly cool smoke with a flavor unlike any other. Sounds interesting. I've never had a blend like this. And I figure I'll smoke it out of a Cornell Diehl Missouri Meerschaum co-branded pipe. This is the Durham Dan. And I have not smoked this one yet. The stem did not fit at all. It would just fall out. And simple fix for that, I like to take a lighter and take the stem out of the pipe and kind of twist it over top to heat up that plastic tenon. And then I push it down onto a table and it flattens it out just enough that it'll widen it up and then fill that gap. Another method is to use super glue, take a dab, drop it on top, and twist, keep turning so that super glue kind of wraps around and coats the top of that like a varnish, giving you just enough extra, surface area there to fill that gap. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. On the nose, I smell Latakia and Perique, a little bit of plum, a little bit of mesquite, a little bit of the damp basement smell. Not detecting any of that Cavendish particularly. That's what it looks like. It's pretty dark in color. Yeah, dark stuff. Anyway, let's pack this up and get into it. See what this interesting, unusual blend tastes like, smokes like. Oh man, that looks cool. Just love the way tobacco looks when it's just sticking out of that pipe a little bit. The Durham Don's cool looking pipe. Believe it's based off of a Dunhill model that was kind of interesting like that with a really long stem, almost like a poker style. Really cool. Make sure I have my tamper with me. All right. Let's give this a light. It's a loud pipe. I don't know if you could hear it. I don't get it. I can taste the Latakia and a lot of hot air from that unflavored Cavendish. And a little bit of that sour, plummy earthiness from the Perique. But it just tastes like something's missing. It's like biting into a Big Mac without Mac sauce. Or like biting into a meatball sub without any cheese on it. It feels like something's gone terribly wrong here. You keep smoking it, and it tastes familiar on the front. It's like very front loaded, where you just expect to taste those Virginias on the back, but they're not there, brother. It just kind of drops off, and then just goes from an initial Latakia and a little bit of a Perique to just a hot air. Almost creates this sensation that you're not really getting a whole lot of smoke in your mouth, but you are. It says it's an exceptionally cool and smooth blend. I suppose it is. It's not bad. It kind of tastes like the Great Depression. You know what I mean? It tastes like the Dust Bowl in Oklahoma. If you could just take one of those like Depression era dust storms from Oklahoma, put it into a pipe and smoke it. This is what I would imagine it would taste like. It's some kind of vibe. I just don't know that it would ever be my vibe. I'll sit on this a little bit more and then get back to you. Anyway, we're back. So smoked this bowl a little bit more, and I feel like I'm depressed now. I feel like this is the type of blend that you would smoke while listening to Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn, while actually sitting in that old dive bar in a booth by yourself, staring at the wall. I don't want to be too disparaging for this blend. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who like this, and that's why they make chocolate and vanilla, you know? But for me, something is just missing. It's got this weird general like malaise feeling that you have when you smoke this, where just something's off, something's wrong, something sinister is happening. It's in an incompleteness, and really the only thing that shines or gets highlighted in this is the Latakia. The rest is like hot air and a little bit of damp basement. It's called Mississippi Mud, and I suspect they knew it was going to be an earthy, bizarre blend. They even call it unusual. And so maybe this is just for some sort of discerning palate that I don't possess. This could be your blend if you're into that type of thing. But I just want to let you know there are resources out there if you are into this type of thing. You know, there are people who can help you, who hurt you. But yeah, this is not my cup of tea. Yeah, I guess it's a smoker, but it's just not my smoker. Probably not gonna light up another pipe of this ever. I'm too much of an optimist. I can't have blends like this sitting around. They're just gonna bring me down. Maybe if I was like reading the sad part of a Dostoevsky novel, this would be appropriate. But it's winter time. The sun is setting here in Idaho around 4:45 right now, and I don't need any more wintertime blues. So without further ado, this has been Mississippi Mud by Cornell and Diehl in the air tonight.